I'm just going to say it. I'm used to getting 50 likes. Like, this is absolutely mad. I always feel like really guilty as well. This just gets so bad. Oh, that's a bit of me, that. I don't know how, but it went viral in Russia. It would have been slaughtered by now. It sounds dramatic, but it's kind of like, be a bit original, come up with something better. So if you've got a proper scratch, I feel like you'd be able to like...
Welcome back to another episode of the DaneMellowsTalks podcast. Today, we've got a very special guest with 228,000 TikTok followers, with 14.3 million likes, 10,000 followers on Instagram, showing her fitness journey across social media. Please welcome Heather Ryan. How's it going?
Hi, guys. I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm excited to have you on the podcast. So thanks for agreeing to do this.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. Yes, hopefully we can have a good chat about all the stuff that you're doing across social media, mainly on TikTok, but I've seen your stuff on Instagram and YouTube as well. So what I thought we could start with was what really started off all of that. What started you making videos for TikTok?
Sounds weird to say it, but COVID, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally I was in lockdown. Well, like growing up, I was like, I'm going to be a music teacher. That's what I want to do. I want to do music. And then a week before lockdown, it's when I first heard about TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And all my friends were like, you need to download it, you need to download it. And I was like, it looks pretty weird. But then they said it's like Vine. And I remember I always used to watch Vine when I was in high school. So I was like, well, I'm used to that. So I'll try this. I did one video. That was it for the whole week. And then lockdown happened. And then, as everyone was at home, practically doing nothing if you weren't, an essential worker. So all I could do was just scroll on TikTok. And then I started seeing trends and I was like, oh, I might do that. I've got no else to do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so
that's basically how it all started through lockdown.
Yeah. So it wasn't like an intentional, you wanted to start doing it to blow up on it and to get some success. It just came along with it.
Yeah, I did not start it thinking like I'm going to be where I am now. I definitely just thought I've got nothing better to do. I also thought no one was going to see it as well. I wasn't doing it for like views or anything. So when I look back at my old videos, I'm absolutely mortified and I'm like,
really?
why did I put that on the internet?
Have you kept all the old videos up though as well?
So far, I have had 2 accounts took down since
then. Really?
So yeah, the first video that'll be like online for everyone to see is actually only from, I think it's about like August last year. So the account that I've got now, I've only had growing for the past year, and I had 2 accounts before that were both took down, unfortunately.
How come they were taken down?
Oh, I can't get it's really bad. So I kept doing videos that would like antagonize haters. So I was purposely doing videos that was like, like, can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah. Go for it.
I don't know whether I can.
Yeah,
I was basically doing. I was just doing. I was doing like fuck you videos. And the haters did not like it, so I was getting like thousands of people reporting my videos.
Oh,
and on TikTok, once you get so many videos reported, unfortunately, they do take action.
They just take your entire account down for it.
Yeah, I tried to get it back because I had like 170k on it, which was like quite a lot, and it took me like ages and ages to get that. So I was like emailing all the different like TikTok emails I could find, and I had nothing. So I just started new, but I don't mind anyway. It was like a fresh new start.
Yeah, true. I guess so. If you're saying that you're a bit embarrassed about your original videos that you started off with, TikTok's just cleared them off for you.
I know they've done me a favour.
Yeah. So when was it that you started to see success with the TikToks? Was it like what was the first like viral video that you'd got out there?
I think the first viral video was in my living. I remember it being in my living room, and I can remember my whole outfit. And I think I just did like a really silly like point of view, like the POV videos. It's like point of view, this.
Right.
I think I did that and a silly dance. But it was generally like 7 seconds long, and at that time it was only like I think like a month or 2 into lockdown, and because all me and my like college friends were dead lonely, so all we used to do was FaceTime each other constantly. And I remember I posted it, and it got 70k views, and I was like, oh my god, Like,
Yeah.
is this going somewhere? What's going on? So I had all my friends on FaceTime. We were all like texting the video to like all of our friends and family on WhatsApp and be like, you need to share it. She's gonna go viral. And I was like dead ass, 70K views. Like, guys, I'm famous now. I'm not gonna be able to walk to the shops
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, yeah. Well, it does start like that though. After like the 70Ks, and then you get in the 100Ks I've been seeing, and then
Yeah.
what's the most viewed one that you've got?
The most viewed, I think it was like 12.5 million.
Wow.
And it was, I know it does sound mad. I'm pretty sure it was in December last year. And it was literally what I eat in a day.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
they're the videos that I've got like the most views for, because for some reason people like seeing what I eat,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is still a mad concept to me, but I love doing them.
So how would you describe your overall TikTok videos? Like the main, if you was to pitch it to someone who hasn't seen the TikTok page at all, would you say it's like the how to eat in a days? Would you say it's like the gym videos, or just the try on hauls? What would be like the main one that you say you focus on?
The best word to sum it up, I'd say, is like more lifestyle.
Right.
Because I don't just have one category that my channel's under. I sort of like to do like a bit of everything. Um, at the minute, it's mainly about weight loss. It's at the moment like a weight loss page, but then I do love some snaky little dancing videos and stuff like that. So I'd say lifestyle is probably like the best thing to describe it as.
I think you need that ones to break it up though as well, like the little funny ones where you can do the dances and stuff.
Yeah, because you can't be serious all the time. You honestly can't.
So with the weight loss focus on it and showing like the weight loss journey, um, have you had a lot of support from people online that has maybe like helped you motivate you and carry on into your journey with that?
Yeah, I've honestly, it's crazy the amount of support I have. And like with so I've got 10K followers now on Instagram, but up until like the earlier in the year, I think it was about 2,000, and the only reason that I've gained that extra 8,000 is actually from my weight loss. And as
Right.
soon as I started posting like weight loss pics, and it literally first day I was showing like me at the gym, it got like 800 likes, and I was like, I'm used to getting 50 likes. Like, this is absolutely mad. Um, and I remember like opening my Instagram DMs, and I didn't even know you could get message requests.
Oh
And
wow.
I literally didn't even know it was a thing. And then I started reading the message requests, and everyone had gone on over from like my TikTok and was like asking me questions, and I was like, oh my god, like this is actually mad. Like, I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
so many nice people. Like, of course, you do get like a few of the bad bunch, don't you?
yeah.
But as it started off, it was really, really good. I had so much support. It was more like as time goes on, where the haters sort of took over a bit.
Yeah. Before we get on to speaking about the haters, with the ones that are
Yeah.
actually positive and actually like helping you with it or asking you like for any advice for their own journeys, do you feel any responsibility to help them from them seeing what you've done and what you're doing? You're like a bit of a role model to them, and it's like you can help them out.
I do. And also, I always feel like really guilty as well, because I always think, like, why me? Like, I know I'm posting these videos online and things, and I'm trying to help people. Like, a big reason why I post the what I eat in a day is I think a lot of people with like eating disorders and things,
Mhm.
obviously, they really struggle eating, and maybe seeing someone else sat down, eating with them, or if someone's trying to lose weight and they want to see like what type of things I eat, I know that can help others. But then there's a side of it where I'm like, well, I'm not a trained professional. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
trained in showing this. And I'm like, imagine if I do like, show something wrong, and I'm like, the last thing I want is to trigger anyone or to sort of show anything that's not, you know, by the book or whatever. So there is like so much responsibility with it, but I would not change it for the world, because when
yeah,
I get the DMs of people being like really nice and saying like, you've helped me, I'm like, even though I'm like, how, like, I still don't think, I'm like, how have I helped you? Like, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
like a 20-year-old nobody who's making videos in a living room.
yeah.
But to have helped someone, it means the world.
Yeah, it is even that on a basis of seeing you go out there and be confident and making those videos might make other people be, oh, well, I can do this as well. And it's just that sharing of confidence for it. Do you have any advice to people who are looking up to you like that, who are trying to follow in the same journey that you're leading?
Whenever anyone asks me, like, you know, like, if you got any advice or anything like this, like, I need help, the one thing I always say is just to be consecutive. And I know it's something everyone says, but you just can't give up. I know it's like one of these cringy sayings, and you know, everyone says like, don't give up, and you're like, oh, come on, everyone says that, but it genuinely is like one of those things where you can have, you know, things along the way that might break you down a bit, and you think, oh, you know, can I get myself back up? But I feel like everybody can. There's nothing stopping anyone under like any circumstances, because I think it's all like, it's train of thought, and it's all your mindset that you have. And it's like, I think especially with like weight loss and like things like that, a lot of it's to do with your mindset. So as soon as you change your mindset and get in the, you know, the headspace of like, oh, I actually can do this, I think that just it changes the whole concept of it.
Yeah, definitely. And on top of that as well, on your Instagram, in your bio, you've got that quote in there that I thought was really, really nice. It said, accept yourself, then others will too. Could you just tell us what you mean by that?
Yeah, so do you know where I got that quote from? I literally, this is so bad. It's not bad, but it's just funny. I literally was like, I was changing on my bio up, and I was Googling my inspirational quotes, and I was looking on images, and that came up, and I was like, oh, that's a bit of me, that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could cope. But it is one of those things where it's like, it's true. Like, how do you expect to love yourself and to love, like, my thing is, I will never love anyone else until I've learned to love myself.
Yeah,
and I've always stuck by that. So it's like, you can't expect to be, you know, happy towards others and stuff like that if you can't be like happy towards yourself. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that definitely makes sense. You can't expect to love someone else or appreciate someone else loving you if you can't love yourself first.
Yeah. That's better thought.
Yeah, we got there with it.
Yeah.
So with all the positive support that we've been speaking about, which obviously helps to motivate you and stuff, which is all really great. What about the negative side of social media? Because whatever you're doing on there, putting yourself out there in any way, shape, or form, you're going to get the people being negative in the comments and in the messages. So have you had an experience with that?
Oh, what am I not having haters, honestly.
Open up a can of worms.
Honestly, I could talk about this for ages, because I've never known hate like it before. Like, I used to get bullied in high school, you know, just for like the weight and stuff. But it's a complete different ball game having someone say it to your face, to then having someone who you have no idea who they are, no idea where they live, no idea what they look like, writing comments online. Because I feel like as well, because they're always no profile pic, and you know they don't know you, you don't know them. They are so ruthless. Like, they do not care what they put, because they've got absolutely nothing holding them back. Like, I'll tell you now, this is the worst hate comment I've ever had, and it's like fully imprinted in my brain. Like, I will never forget this. And this was from 2 years ago. It was from I think that's 2 years. Going forgetting because of COVID. I'm like, right, which years are we in? Because it was summer 2020.
Right.
I was outside, and I was literally just in like a play suit. I wasn't wearing, you know, there was nothing too showy. And I was making a funny video in the back garden. And for some reason, I don't know how, but it went viral in Russia. So it had a few million views, but all the people were from Russia when I checked like the analytics.
That's a bit random.
So people were, it was really random. So people were writing in Russian, and I had to sit there and like translate every single comment. So I was looking for the comments that had the most likes, and the top comment had 20,000 likes. So 20,000 people had seen this comment and thought, yes, that's right. When I translated it, it said, if you were in Russia, you would have been slaughtered by now. Which is
horrible.
Crazy. And the fact that 20,000 people liked that and thought, yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
absolutely mind blowing. And it's scared, like, it sounds dramatic, but it's scarred me for life. Like, it's something I'll never forget. And that was 2.5 years ago. It's crazy. That's like the worst I've had.
Yeah, like you say, it's one thing to think it happens in high school, and it's one thing to think someone who maybe knows you and seen you online has commented on it, but someone who lives in Russia who's got absolutely no
Yeah,
connection whatsoever to you to say something like that is disgusting.
I know. And it's like, I don't even know whether, they might not even speak English as well.
Yeah,
And it's probably all they've seen is a bigger girl who's having fun. I thought, oh no, I don't like that. So they've just gone in. And that's the whole thing where it's like people who don't even know you are saying this hate to you and
yeah,
everything. It's like, how can you hate on me when you don't even know me?
it's
It's like a
ridiculous.
battle of how does that work out?
So how do you deal with things like that from not just that one comment, but obviously that one, as you say, is stuck with you, but across the board, all those negative comments, how do you deal with that and keep going?
So when I first started getting them and people would ask me like, oh, how would you deal with it? I did do, the usual, like I just ignore them, like I don't
Mhm.
react. As time goes on, that isn't probably the best for me. I know everyone's different and some people sort of like have a better tolerance of can deal with it. I definitely
Yeah.
can't because I'm a really bad drama queen. I honestly am. I'm dramatic. And there's only so long that you can sort of like ignore them
Yeah.
because and it's like, well, it's the whole thing of I'm ignoring them, but I'm still getting them. So it only was literally like over the past few months where I've started sort of retaliating. So when people like stitch my videos, it'll be like a what I eat in a day. And a new trend on TikTok is if you wear a cap or say cap, which like your hat cap,
Yeah.
it means like you're lying. So the amount of videos I've seen, and I'll talk about what I've ate that day, and a lot of the times it's young boys, and they'll stitch my video and they'll just put a cap on, and it's like
Yeah.
this whole thing. And or the past few months, I've been commenting everyone saying, "Ha, you're so funny," and like the best thing now is I just turn it into comedy, and
Yeah.
like
And
I
try and
don't have
troll them back.
well, yeah, I go all in. It's quite honestly, I think I need to like simmer down, and now I just go back and I sort of make a joke out of it. So rather than being too serious and being like, "How dare you? You have hurt my feelings,"
Yeah.
I'm just like, "All right, give us a better one." Because most of the time, it's like the nicking sayings from other people, like the amount of comments I've seen, and because it's the same like lines that they say, like they've got a thing apparently look like Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars. Now I've never seen Star Wars, but I googled it and I was like, huh? Like
Yeah.
how does that make sense? But I'll literally say to him like, be a bit original, come up with something
Mhm.
better. Like if you get, be a bit of bring a bit of originality to it because
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
saying the same stuff of others, I'm like, it's not that funny. Like I want if if you're gonna hate on me, at least make me laugh first.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you've just gotta it's all about your mindset, what I was saying before about like with the weight loss and stuff. It's you've got to shift your mindset on it and just think, well, they've got, nobody's was sat at home on the computer typing it in. They
Hmm.
probably have no life and they're probably more insecure about themselves than I'm insecure about myself. So why would I let them affect me? I might as well have a laugh with it.
Yeah. Well, is that what they always say? The keyboard warriors sat in the mum's basement.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Is
a
that
that's a
it,
proper mum saying that, isn't it?
yeah. It is a case of like you say at the start, it's a lot of people would just say just ignore them, take no notice. But when they're right there in your face with it, it is hard to ignore them. So do you feel like going back and saying something back to them as you're doing now? I think that's like the best way to deal with it,
Yeah,
to cope with it, because then obviously not to make it out like it's a joke, because it's not funny at the end of the day that they're going out and they're saying that to you, but then for you to then flip it on them and to show that you're not taking it to heart, and it's a bit of a, you can flip it around as a joke kind of thing.
yeah. That's like the best thing you can do because then they're sat there seeing you joking around with them
Mm,
and they don't comment back and they delete the comments and I'm like, I have won. Like this is how
yeah.
you've won. Like I'll always when the comments, I reply to the comments and make a video, and 9 out of 10 times where I've like replied to their comment, if you click on the comment, it's been
It's gone.
deleted,
Yeah.
and I'm like, ha ha ha. Like, but yeah,
It's that kind of thing of they'll comment it and just carry on with the day, but as soon as you out them for it, and like you say, you've replied to a video of it, they're now exposed with it, and everyone who does support you and
yeah,
has like a normal mindset will then go onto them and start saying to them, well, you shouldn't be saying this sort of stuff. Even if you're using it as like a bit of a joke back, there'll be people out there that will then go and shame them for it, like rightly so. So that's why they've gone and hid
oh
away. Yeah.
yeah. I literally have one of my friends, and she's terrible. Like I'll literally like I won't even see it. It'll be like because I don't usually I try to read comments, but because a lot of the times they're negative,
Mhm.
I kind of just skip past them, and I know that's bad because I've got to, like
A lot of support.
interact with my followers and everything. And yeah,
Yeah.
like they give me support, but for my own mental health, like I just can't do it. But then on the odd times that I have one friend and she goes all in and she has full on rows. Like she finds them on Instagram, she stalks them, and she's having full on arguments. And I'm like, oh my god, like I appreciate it, but you've got better things to do. Just
Yeah, yeah.
leave them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, it's a nice thing for your friend to do though, because
Yeah,
you don't want to actually saying like to make it into a joke. That's you coming out as better off for it, and you've not like sunk
yeah,
down to
yeah.
their level. So if you was to go out and go onto their Instagrams and be like, "Why are you saying that?" It's not the best approach. But then your friend doing it, she can get away with it. Say all the stuff that you want to say. There
Exactly.
you go. Yeah. So
Literally best of both worlds.
do you have a message to people like that you'd like to put out there, that message to the haters and the doubters out there to say that you can't do it, or to scrutinize you while you're doing it?
I'd just say look at where I am now. Like obviously I'm 20 years old. I've been doing it 2 years, and look at where I've already come, and I've got my entire life ahead of me.
Mm,
Whereas to the haters, you're sat at home on your phone with nothing better to do, probably dropped out of school, you probably drug addict, I don't even know. I'm happy. Honestly, I'm
mm.
like the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not affecting me in any way. So if you
Good.
want, you can carry on, but it's not going to make a bloody difference.
Yeah, that's good to hear, and that
Yeah.
is definitely the best mindset to have with it. So that is really good. So I thought that's all well and good. Actually, I was going to jump onto a game, but before we do that, I was going to ask you. So is TikTok your career plan? Then is that where you want to go in the future with it, or is there
Yeah.
a different path? Maybe TikTok on the side, or what's the plan with it?
So at the minute, I honestly cannot see myself doing anything but TikTok. Like I've tried a few different things because obviously, um, not everyone was supportive of my TikTok. You know, like family base
Yeah.
and friends and stuff like that. So I did. I tried other things. Like I did a nail course. So let's do acrylics, and I was like, maybe a bit of this because I'm definitely not educational. Like there was
Right,
no
right.
way I was going to university. That just wasn't happening. So I was like, well, like maybe I'll do something creative. I did that, and I was like, no, like all I want to do is do TikTok and like talk to my followers and stuff like that. Like, genuinely cannot see myself doing anything else. Like, I'd love to. I thought about going into like social media marketing and maybe like marketing for a few brands.
Hmm.
But I think that's something I'd want to do on the side. I did start a YouTube channel that was back in 2020, and I did a few in 2021. And I was doing that alongside TikTok, but I found it really hard to
Do
do
both.
both at the same time because TikTok is very much like I honestly my screen time it's ridiculous. It's 11 hours a day currently,
Wow.
which is disgusting behaviour. Honestly, like the battery on my phone is dying. I was like, thank God my contract's running out soon.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, at the moment I'm just focusing on TikTok and seeing where I can go with that.
Well, you're having success with it so far, so there's no
Yeah.
reason to stop it. I can definitely see what you mean with TikTok and YouTube though, 'cause it's even editing these podcasts and then
It's
editing them
so long.
yeah, but to like a YouTube size, because that's like the main focus with it, and then trying to get clips of it to TikTok. I'm so behind on the clips for TikTok at the moment because it's like I have to keep editing the main ones and then going back to do the clips, and then it's the balance of it that's just the struggle.
Yeah.
But no,
It takes way too long.
Definitely. It seems like the way to go is through TikTok. So I thought though we could end on a game, if you're up for it, of Would You Rather.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
If you can think of any on the spot, then we could start with them.
Do you rather have 5 fingers or 5 toes? Wait, that don't make sense.
5 fingers or 5 toes?
That's not what I meant. I mean, would you rather have fingers for toes or toes for fingers? That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather have fingers for toes. Fingers for toes. I couldn't imagine shaking someone's hand and my thumb being my big toe.
Oh,
imagine being that. Or imagine having to like scratch your head with your toes.
I don't know though, because I think it would be better trying to scratch your head with toes, because your toenails are like thicker, aren't they? So if you've got a proper scratch, I feel like you'd be able to like get in. Yeah.
Oh my days. I will. With the way we are for a reason, because I don't want to do either of them. But I think I'm gonna have to stick to fingers for toes, because even walking, then they're hidden away in your socks and shoes, so no one's really gonna see them.
Yeah, but think of how long your shoes are gonna be and how like long your feet are.
Yeah, but I'm already size 15 shoe, so it's.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm 6'5", so size 15 shoes, and so when you go into like the Nike store that I go to get my shoes, they have like size 20s, which are literally like the size of a Subway sandwich. They're massive.
Right, I've not got a foot fetish, but I feel like I need to see your feet.
It's genuinely ridiculous. Honestly, ridiculous.
I've never known anyone to have feet that big. That is mad.
Would you rather be physically clumsy or socially awkward around people?
I'm both. So I don't know which one to choose. Physically clumsy, because I'm already socially awkward, and if I'm anything more than that, then I won't be able to cope.
Yeah, I see that. I see where you're going from there. I think I picked the same, just because I used to be quite socially awkward. I'm not anymore, but I already am physically clumsy. And I just take it in my stride and just like, oh right, listen, well, if I fall over, I fall over.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Would you rather lead a boring life from here on forward, or be reborn with all your memories into a baby, but you're the opposite sex?
Oh, 100% the opposite sex.
Would you?
Yeah, this is gonna right. Do you know where? Oh, I'm just gonna say it.
Go on.
One of my things, and move all my friends say, is if I was ever to like have a sex change, or like something was to happen, or get to be a boy for a day, I want to do a helicopter.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I know that's quite rude, but it's just, you've got to, haven't you?
The first guest on the podcast to bring something like that up.
Oh no, but your podcast views are just going to go like that after that.
Yeah. Oh, there's people interested in helicopter just going up, following them. Yes. Either way, it's not going to end well. So what I wanted to start doing with the guests on the podcast to close this one off now is, for my next guest, who's going to be, have you seen Smile from the most recent horror film, Smile?
I watched it in the cinema.
So there's the guy, his name's Jack. Yeah, he's one of the guys that is in the hospital that the main woman works in, and she sees smiling and stuff like that. So he's coming on.
He freaked me out.
He was really good at it, but he's coming on. And so what I want to do from guest to guest, I want you to ask the next guest a question that he's going to have to answer on the podcast. Can be a question about absolutely anything.
Okay. Like, can I have a minute to think?
Yeah.
If you, all right, here you go.
Go on.
If you had the opportunity to go back in the past and change anything, would you? Or would you have the attitude of everything happens for a reason?
I like it. I like it. A
Oh,
very
good.
good question. A very good question. I don't even know what I think I'd have to say everything happens for a reason for that one.
I think I'd go back. I was gonna say I'd go back and make sure COVID wasn't a thing, but then I wouldn't even do TikTok,
Yeah,
so probably not.
that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
as bad as
Everything does
COVID
happen.
was, it had its silver linings, but it's like the pros and cons of it. You have to assess
Yeah.
what you want in it. But yeah, no, very good question for Jack later on. Thank you very much for coming on this episode, Heather. It's been really nice
Okay.
catching up with you.
Well, it was great. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for coming on. Do you want to plug any of your TikTok accounts or anything that you've got going on at the moment?
Oh, right. I have Dingers on TikTok, and then if I can remember, my Instagram, Heather777 Ryan. The 777 is an angel number, so I thought bring a bit of luck. There you go.
Perfect. Right. Thank you very much for coming on.
Oh, thank you.
Right. I'll see you
Bye.
later. Bye.